J Drone here. What's going on, guys? Potensic Atom. We're going to fly inside the car with no windows open. It is brick out. It's cold and the temp's going to drop real quick. Doing a little fly back here just so you can see I didn't get out of the car. I stayed in my car the entire time. We will fly a little bit further out. The sequence of video here is actually reversed. So the second clip was actually my first clip, and this was my second clip, which we're showing as the first clip because it shows you I did not get out of my vehicle. The second clip, I will show myself in the vehicle, and then I'll fly straight ahead where we're not looking in the same direction. This will also show you a little bit of the zoom feature because I did utilize the zoom feature and show you how well it works. We're also going to hit our height ceiling here. So understand that the Potensic Atom does have limitations just to keep you safe, keep you legally safe as well, especially in the United States. If you're in another country and you don't have those limitations, maybe that's something to consider. But in the United States, we have height limitations, and the Potensic Atom is
The flight
subject
height limit has been
to
reached.
adhering to those height limitations, which again protects you guys. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, who else is doing this? Who else is doing this? I worked all day long. I've been up since 4:20 this morning. I go to the gym. I make sure I hit the gym. There's a little tilt feature showing you how the tilt works as well, giving you a little look at the camera. But as soon as I got out of work, what did I do? Did I run right home? A little zoomage. All you got to do is pinch and unpinch your cell phone, and that'll be able to do digital zoom. Digital zoom is pretty impressive. But who else is doing that? Long day, and I still want to go out and play. Long day, and I still want to show you guys in sub-freezing temperature you can fly your drone. You do need to make sure your batteries haven't been sitting in sub-freezing temperature, because if your batteries have been sitting in sub-freezing temperature, you might not be able to take off with the drone, because the drone knows the temperature of the battery, and if the battery temperature is below a certain degrees, it will not allow you to take off. It'll give you a battery warning. And again, there's a little look at the zoom. Digital zoom on this is pretty awesome, especially if you were actually flying for some type of reconnaissance. You can see my silver car down there, the Mazda, like actually flying in an area and you really didn't want to get too close to something, but you're hovering over top of it. You adjust your camera down, you zoom in. Definitely something that is very useful for taking pictures. It's very useful for, again, recon. If you're looking at an area, if you're thinking about going to a certain area, you can see me taking photos here. We did take a bunch of photos, just trying to get some pictures of the city that I'm flying outside of. You can see the moon, just about full moon, almost in I'd say 12:30, 1 o'clock position, right around where the GPS logo is. This is an excellent drone. I've had this drone as my go-to probably for the better half of the last year. I do have higher grade stuff. I do have more expensive stuff. I have stuff well over $1,500, but I choose to bring this with me for many reasons. It's extremely lightweight, easy to set up, very reliable. I think the first flight that I might have done with this drone was over top of water, as I was flying the original drone that just had image stabilization and did not have the 3-axis gimbal, and that's just how much I trusted it. Again, every time you see the flash and the shutter, that's me taking photos. That's me just hovering around taking photos. This is a great photo drone. It's a great video drone. SD card is definitely where you want to get the best footage. Now, bottom left, as you can see, bottom left, I only got partial of my map there. I don't attribute that to the drone at all, because that's actually the first time that I've ever seen that not be a complete map. Where I am right now, traditionally, I don't have cell phone service. Cell phone kind of cuts out at the top of the city here, in between where I live in the city. So that's what I'm thinking is attributing to that map not being filled out. Again, I don't think that's on the drone's part, because I've used this drone a lot. I've never seen it do that before. Guys, who else is doing this? Who else is showing you in the brink of winter, as the sun's going down, as the temperature is dropping, you can stay in your car and fly your drone? I will say one thing. I highly recommend shutting off your car. Get it nice and toasty before you take off. Get it nice and toasty before you take off, and then just shut your vehicle off. Older vehicle, probably not an issue. Newer vehicles that emit Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that jazz. This is actually the first clip that I was telling you about where we turn away from myself, and we're going to go for a little bit of distance here. You can see the distance telemetry down on the bottom. We didn't go crazy distance, but if you also look up top, you can see the bars. We never really lost barrage. never really lost signal. So this was a good run with this drone. It was a good run with it in the cold. You guys can fly your drones in the cold. You just need to be prepared for it. If you're going to stand outside, you need to make sure your hands are covered. I used to not do it. If you go back on my earlier videos, we used to fly into sub-freezing temperatures in the drone field, hands not covered, freezing for the love of drone. But that's not for the love of your hands. Your hands get cold and you need to be able to function the drone. And if your hands get too cold and you can't function the drone properly, you might be compromising your drone, which obviously you don't want to do. I can't say it enough, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We've been around for a minute. I think it's going on 7 years. I think we've been on this YouTube drone thing for close to 7 years, which is phenomenal. There's a lot of the other guys that were right along my tier. They were right along my tier. We were fighting neck and neck, and a lot of them are just gone. A lot of them that swore they was about that drone life has switched to other things. And that's good. I'm not saying it's good to switch hobbies like that, but I guess I should say don't pretend you're about something when you're not about something, because a lot of them were about getting free drones. Early on, a lot of the companies were sending us drones because we had YouTube channels, because we were on the up and up. And then some of the guys just stopped getting the drone sent to them, so they switched to another thing. Myself, I very selectively get stuff sent to me anymore. It's not like it's Christmas every single day like it used to be. Have I gone to other things? Yes, but not because of that reason, because that's why we're flying right now, because I'm still in it for the love of drone. We've done the crystal thing. We've done the abandoned thing. Basically, I've integrated my life with my YouTube to share it with you, because that's what real people do. The fake people, they just keep on faking it to make it. You know the fake YouTubers out there. You know the guys that said they was about it, that no longer are about it, that are on something completely different, and they'll never put nothing up. They'll never put a drone up. So how much was they about it? Think about it, think about it, think about it. It's clear as day. And I ain't ragging on nobody. It's your life. You got to live your life. You got to be happy with your life. But again, I stand on what I stand on, and I always stand on business. I told you from day one I was about this. I showed you from day one. I learned how to fly in the brink of winter. I learned how to fly a Sky Viper, a World Tech Toys Striker in the brink of winter in the drone field, freezing. And at that time, I wasn't a major YouTuber. At that time, I probably didn't even have 100 subscribers. I was doing it for the love of drone. I was doing it to share my excitement. I was doing it to share my experiences. So again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what's it going to take? Let me know. What's it going to take? If you are into the abandoned thing, you like exploring abandoned buildings, I have a playlist for that. You like Route 66, I've traveled it several times. I got a playlist for that. I have selectively categorized certain drones into different playlists and whatnot. Hotels, I traveled quite a bit. I show good hotels you want to go to. I show bad hotels you didn't want to go to. I've shown a lot on this channel, and we will continue to do so. I definitely appreciate the support. If you've made it this far and you're not a member of Drone Days on Facebook, that's DRONEDAYS on Facebook, and you want to post up your drone without being policed, without having people knock you, go over there. Hit apply to be approved to the group as a member. I will approve you. You can post what you like as you like, and fear not that people, oh, you were too high. Oh, maybe you shouldn't have been flying there. This, that, and the third. We don't do drone policing over there like a lot of the other groups are doing nowadays. It's getting a little redundant. You can see me right there. We stayed in it. Subscribe.